Christians supporting Donald Trump and how in bed he is with Israel and all of the violence in the Middle East that he's enacting as a necessary component to Jesus' second coming is as delusional as a woman who only has anal sex because she wants to remain a virgin. If you're new here, my name is Zakiya Young and I'm your favorite suburban black girl. And I am flabbergasted by these evangelical Christians who think that all of this is God's will, that Trump is an instrument that is going to bring Jesus' second coming. First of all, why do you think that Jesus would be on your side? That's number one. Number two, why would you think that God would need this type of violence to cause Jesus to come back? Third of all, why would God use this type of man to be his instrument to bring back Jesus to the world? Like, are you hearing yourselves? You sound crazy. You sound crazy and delusional. And I'm saying that with my full chest. Y'all sound absolutely fucking crazy. And look, I've said it before. I've read the Bible backward and forward several times, and a lot of y'all talking the loudest have never even read it. You only read the parts that you like, which is why you've come to this conclusion, this delusional conclusion that Donald Trump and all of this fighting on behalf of Israel and bombing Iran, getting us involved in basically World War III, y'all think this is all God's plan. God is not in any of this at all. You just are trying to find a way to justify your sexism and racism. You're trying to justify voting for such a reprehensible human being that many of you would never allow in your churches. If Trump was like a working class dude, y'all would never allow him in your churches because you would say, oh, he's too sinful. Oh, he cheats on his wives. He rapes women and he runs businesses into the ground. Y'all would never let him in your churches. And because he's rich, y'all seem to forget all the other stuff that the Bible says about men like him. And instead of acknowledging that you're racist and you're sexist, you're hiding behind what you believe to be end times prophecy. If y'all don't get the fuck out of here, are you kidding me? The mere fact that there are a ton of black Christians who definitely don't believe, the fact that you would get behind a man that is racist and say that he's an instrument of the Lord, it would be hilarious if it wasn't so devastating to so many people. That's why I have issues with Christianity, because so many people can twist it to suit their own desires. It's like we're back in the 60s again, where there's the white church that's preaching segregation and the black church that's just preaching equality and how to get through the day. Y'all are literally the people who only hear what the itching ears want to hear. Y'all are literally Pharisees. You're literally Pharisees, and you don't even see it. So, yeah, if you can look back on Jesus's time on earth and say, yeah, well, the Pharisees were necessary to bring about salvation, then I will agree with you. But y'all are the Pharisees. Y'all just don't see yourselves. You think that you're going to be on the right side. Do you know how many crimes you guys have committed spiritually? Do you know how many crimes you're going to have to answer for? If you think you're going to heaven, do you know how many things that man has done that you have supported that go against what the Bible teaches? Y'all know you're going to have to answer for that, right? Right? Like, and for those evangelicals of color who are disturbed, but you're just trusting that God's going to see it through and you're not going to say anything. That's like the man with the talents who buried the talents in the ground. And what happened? He was asked to give account for the talents he was given, and he buried it in the ground. And remember what happened to him? Remember what the dude who gave him the talent said to him? A lot of y'all are going to be in for that very same reaction because you stayed silent, because God gave you a gift of a voice. God gave you hands. God gave you feet. God gave you so many gifts to fight against this type of thing. And instead of doing that, you're just going to pull back because you don't want to get involved. What do y'all love to say? We're all going to meet our maker one day. You're going to have to give account for this. And I'm saying this knowing that there are people that I used to be very close to who are going to be on the wrong side. You're going to see the very people that you judge. You're going to see the gay people. You're going to see a lot of black folks. You're going to see people who had sex outside of marriage. You're going to see women who had abortions. You're going to be in the lake of fire looking across at all of the people, the trans community, who are going to be chilling in heaven because they did no harm against other people. And you're going to be like, can you please just dip your finger in the lake and send it down to me? Who is that? Was that Lazarus? Was that the vision about Lazarus where he suffered so much and the very same people who would not give him a drink of water or some food were begging him because they saw him as they were sitting in hell? They saw Lazarus resting in the arms of God in heaven. And the same people that walked past him, that judged him, that were cruel to him, they're begging him for some water. Y'all need to check yourselves because your theology is fucked. It is. Because you don't see who you are. You don't understand the role that you're playing. Like, and I think the saddest part of it is that y'all are literally in the Bible. There are so many scriptures about people who will turn away from sound doctrine. How many times does Jesus say, love one another? How many times does Jesus say, judge not lest ye be judged? And I hope you guys are happy because I never thought that there would be a time where I would be nervous about a war coming to America because I thought, okay, well, you know, that time has passed. You know, we had World War II. That's never going to happen again. But because y'all wanted to be racist and comfortable in your racism, because y'all didn't want to share because you have a lack mentality about wealth and because you worship money, y'all elected this man who literally told you everything he was going to do. And the fact that some of you are just like, well, God's ways are not our ways. God is not in any of this. Y'all did this. Y'all did this. And you're going to be held accountable for this. And I just hope you're happy. I really hope you're happy. And I'm also sad for you because your delusion is causing harm to countless people. Your delusion and your greed. You look nothing like Jesus and you never knew him. And the saddest thing is you don't even realize it. You won't allow yourself to see who you really are. Your ugly hearts are what caused you to vote for that man. And your ugly hearts are why so many people are leaving Christianity. You have yourselves to blame. Don't sit on your high horses looking at the fallen world. You are the fallen ones because you don't even know how to love your neighbor. You did this. You did this. And just remember, Jesus wasn't white.